Maladroit is the fourth studio album by the American alternative rock band Weezer, released on May 14, 2002 on Geffen Records. The album is the band's first to feature bassist Scott Schreiner, following the departure of former bassist Mikey Welsh in 2001. Maladroit features heavy metal riffs, uncommon to Weezer's previous releases. As of December 2007, the album has sold 605,000 copies in the United States, having reached a high of number 3 on the US Billboard 200 and quickly going gold. Background and recording: for their fourth studio album, Weezer attempted to incorporate an innovative system in which they'd release demos in MP3 format on their Weezer.com website every day while in the studio working on Maladroit. This resulted in dozens of different versions of over 30 different songs circulating on the internet before the album was released. The idea was to keep solid communication open with their fan base on their official message board as well as, more crucially, on unofficial message boards such as the Rivers Correspondent Board. Yet frontman Rivers Cuomo and the fans strongly disagreed on a number of creative aspects of the album. One thing they did agree on was bringing back the old summer 2000 song Slob for use on the album. Cuomo commented, "I never would have thought to put the song Slob on the record if the fans did not request it." Scott Schreiner also wanted a hidden track, "Are You Gonna Be?" for the album. Regardless of disagreements, Weezer fans are still specially thanked in the album's liner notes, and the album title itself was suggested by a board member on the Weezer message boards who went by the screen name of Lethe. The band's uploading of MP3 demos onto their website resulted in many major radio stations playing the still unreleased songs on the radio for the masses to hear. Due to a spat between Cuomo and the record label Geffen Interscope, Weezer self-funded the recordings for Maladroit, and the label was unaware of the recordings at all until the radio began to play them. It is said that Cuomo was so excited for fans to hear the music he personally mailed copies of 8 out of the 13 songs on Maladroit to key radio stations and press outlets. In the week it was leaked to radio stations, the lead-off single Dope Nose reached number 25 on Billboard's Modern Rock Tracks chart without an official single having been issued. Unfortunately, the airplay resulted in a gag order being issued by Geffen Records in which they requested that Weezer return the master tapes from the Maladroit sessions and apologize to each radio station that played the song. The band resisted, citing that they had funded all the sessions themselves and that apologizing seemed pointless. The fans resisted as well, forming an online group called Unreleased Weezer for the masses that rallied for the release of the album. The hit songs Dope Nose and Hash Pipe were both written using the same method on the same night, with Rivers Cuomo allegedly taking a bunch of Ritalin and like 3 shots of tequila to write the songs. Packaging: the first 600,000 copies of the album were specifically numbered, with the number located on the back of the CD case near the lower right-hand corner. The album cover was chosen from a contest. Weezer, through their website, asked for submissions. Their favorite of these submissions was chosen as the cover seen today. This was the first Weezer album to contain lyrics in the album insert. Reception: Maladroit received generally favorable reviews. At Metacritic, which assigns a weighted average rating out of 100 to reviews from mainstream critics, the album received an average score of 72. Stephen Thomas Aliwin of AllMusic gave the album 4 stars, saying that it retains the high quality of the Green Album. Pop Matters gave the album an 8 out of 10, saying Maladroit keeps it short, keeps it simple, keeps it honest, but also importantly, they keep it coming. Thank Weezer for that. However, IGN later gave the album a score of 5 out of 10, and called it a mixed bag, stating, "If you want to listen to a terrific Weezer cover band, proceed directly to Maladroit. Going by title alone, it's exactly as advertised. But, please, in the future, let's leave Weezer to their own devices. Odds aren't working." Spin ended up calling it the 6th best album of 2002, and Rolling Stone readers voted it as the 8th best of the year. In another Rolling Stone readers poll, it was voted the 91st greatest album of all time. In June 2009, Magnet had an article on the 5 most overrated and underrated Weezer songs. All of Maladroit was ranked number 1 on the list of the underrated half, where they comment Maladroit, the band a unregistered trademark's fourth album, is actually really good, not exactly deep, but it has some really stellar pop songs. Sure, Maladroit never became a cultural touchstone the way the band a unregistered trademark's first two albums did, but it deserves more credit than it ever got. Track listing: all songs written and composed by Rivers Cuomo. Bonus tracks: the European and Australian version of Maladroit features Island in the Sun from the Green album as a bonus track. Some of the European issues also contain the single B-side Living Without You, sequenced between December and Island in the Sun. Charts and certifications: charts, singles, certifications. Personnel. Notes. External links: Maladroit at Music Brains.